I think you've long made the point that state issues, state level elections and Lok Sabha elections play out in a very different way. And one of the big things to watch will be how the Congress performs after such a handsome victory in the assembly in the Lok Sabha polls of Karnataka. These issues, these sort of polarizing issues, for lack of a better word, do you think the Congress has decided that it can afford to do this because the numbers are behind it? Or do you think that this is a misstep, that they should have waited a while, settled in, maybe given it a year, let the Lok Sabha pass, and then picked up issues that are potentially contentious?
Well, Barkha, let me start my argument by congratulating the Congress spokesperson and the Congress government in Karnataka for fulfilling whatever they had promised in their manifesto, regardless of the fact, however dumb and stupid that move might be. This is my first opening remark. To be fair, my argument that it is a dumb and stupid move has nothing to do with the ideas of history, or you may like or dislike that character. Still, that history has to be taught, and that's the different argument. My idea of being it a dumb and stupid move is largely on the political line, that they got a mandate, particularly on the local issues and local changes and local anti-incumbency. Good that they did it, whatever they promised. People voted for them, lock, stock and barrel, and they did it. Good for them. But at the national level, or the line that they are pursuing, if that is going to help them politically, I doubt. Whatever experience that, whatever number crunching that I do, overwhelmingly big, huge number of people in this country, they do not look at Veer Savarkar the way Congress spokesperson or many other Congress people look at him, and including Kannadigas, big, huge number of Kannadigas. Dr. Hedgewar, you may like him, dislike him, that's another thing, but you cannot take away the fact that he became a fountainhead of the biggest, organization, voluntary organization in this country, and which also gave birth to the BJP, which is the biggest political party arguably in India at this point of time. So by virtue of being the fountainhead of that organization, he deserves to be in the books of history, plainly from that perspective. And history is history. You need to teach. You need to tell the people. Everybody explores history and then reads more and further about it and experiences good, bad, and ugly of every person or everything that has happened in history. That's another thing. Politically speaking, Barkha, I believe that next 12 months, Congress probably, for right or the wrong reasons, might have decided that they need to go out on this line of ideological front or ideological segregation from the BJP, or that line that, okay, we are this and they are they. That line they are trying to engrave it further. I don't know how it is going to help them in Madhya Pradesh. Kamal Nath ji might not agree with what D.K. Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah ji is doing in Karnataka.
That's a very interesting point, and I want to just briefly bring in Shama Asad, coming to you right after that, and Varun. Shama, very briefly, I think Yashwant makes a very interesting political point. It doesn't matter whether you like Savarkar or you don't like Savarkar. Why do you need this issue right now? You were brought into power. Just let me complete my question. You were brought into power because the Bomai government was seen as a non-performing government by the voters of the state. You were brought into power because you were able to very masterfully keep the election local, keep it localized. Now you have picked up issues that have spillover effects on Maharashtra, that have spillover effects on Madhya Pradesh when an election is coming up, that possibly have spillover effects in Rajasthan. Why do you need this debate right now? Why are these the most important issues?
Like Mr. Deshmukh said, we had promised certain things, and some of these were what he has mentioned. And we believe elections are local, just like Bharatiya Janata Party.
Bring that up, and to say to you, Dr. Sudha, that you see, you can't play a hand of identity politics and think your opposition will not play their own version of identity politics, right? So that is what is happening. You have presented a version of Hindutva, and the Congress has presented its version of counter Hindutva, and it is a contestation of identity politics. It's politics. It's all politics. So that,
Barkha, let me tell you, it is we have not. Can you hear me, Barkha?
yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Barkha, we have not projected Hindutva. Yeah. It is not, we have just projected Hindutva. Now, one of our Congress spokesperson told that, we are against Muslims. Let me rectify her statement. We are not against Muslims. We have very well taken Muslims into consideration in all our national schemes, and we have given them all the privilege. And Muslims are land of Hindustan and India, let me tell, first and foremost thing. Second thing is, we are against the Muslims who are against, like PFI, we have banned PFI, we are against the Muslims who are targeting our Hindu girls in love jihad and so many other things. We are against the Muslims who are, taking away, disturbing the law and order of this country. Then second point, let me tell you, they're talking about the guarantees. What about the current connections? What they've told, they were coming up with reducing it, giving 200 units free. Now, what at the cost of what? They've increased the price of 1 unit to almost 50%. Earlier, it was 8 rupees 28 paisa. Barkha, let me tell you on this your channel that now it is 13 rupees 98 paisa or something. So clear cut 50% of you. Price is increased per unit in the current connections.
Okay.
So are they not targeting? Is it not a burden on all the people of Karnataka? Isn't it? And we have not removed any of the aspect of Nehruji or anybody else. We have just removed one letter of Nehru to his sister. Isn't it fair enough to write to teach the children of our state about Hedgewaji? We are not against it. They are completely towards the dynasty politics of Nehru family.
I have to say
We
that
will not accept
personally,
any of the allegations they have put.
personally, whether it's the BJP or the Congress, I would welcome additions to history, not deletions. I think we should add layers to what we teach, not keep removing things. I think Nehru's letter to his sister didn't need to be erased. I think we should be able to study about Savarkar. I don't understand deletions. I think I must also know as a child who assassinated Mahatma Gandhi. What are these deletions? I don't understand deletions to history. But Abbas quickly, and then Yashwant. Sorry, Abbas, Varun, and Yashwant gets the last word. Abbas, go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A quick point to Sudhaji. See how conveniently Sudhaji did not answer my question. What is their enmity with the poor people where Anya Bhagya rice, you're not able to reach them? Food Corporation of India allowed it to happen, but Modi government is stopping it. Second, madam, read it in its entirety. The Gruha Lakshmi scheme, 200 units free. Only after that, a hike of rupees 2.89. Also, as a matter of fact, largely if you look at Karnataka space, 80% of homes use under 200 units electricity free. This will be only on the high net individuals who will need to pay the extra. So if you and I are in the middle class or lower middle class, it will be free, like your 3 cylinders, which didn't happen.
Okay.
Last point.
Okay.
Now, Barkha,
Yes.
last point. I completely agree with you, Barkha. This is the issues we need to speak about. Also, as a matter of fact, if the BJP government was a 40% brush sarkar, they were not able to do anything for good for the people of Karnataka. Rather allow Congress party. Why do you have to stop the?
I want to say to you, Abbas, I want to say to you, I would much rather be doing a show on rice and gas cylinders than every day be discussing what the deletions and additions to our textbooks are. Really, I think more people in the country care about that. That is what I want to say is my bottom line. Varun, please go ahead, and then Yashwant can have the last word. Varun.
Okay, just one thing about the repeal in the anti-conversion law. I don't know why anyone would want a repeal an anti-conversion law to be repealed, which says that anyone who is converted based on misrepresentations and false promises and on forcible conversions. I think these are the basis of our constitution, which also allows us not to, it prohibits conversion by misrepresentation. Absolutely. So why would you want that thing to be removed? This is, as Yashwant said, the dumb thing to do. But also, as every political party caters to a vote bank. Congress knows who its vote bank is. Congress knows that JDS has failed, and till the time they
Well,
cannot
that's
get
also not true, right, Varun? The Karnataka win actually shows that the Congress had a broad spectrum victory, including from people who traditionally vote the BJP.